I've to go back to the tattoo conversation. I always wanted to know this. What is the weirdest place on the human body that you've had to tattoo? Because I'm sure there are some places in the human body.
Oh my gosh.
Because I've also heard from my other tattoo artist friends some stories, but like for you, what's like the weirdest request where you're like, I want this tattoo here?
I mean, I'm sure without explicitly answering this question, everybody already knows like the answer, but like it's straight up the genitalia.
Oh yeah,
like,
for sure.
I mean, what could be weirder, like the inside of your nostril or like your ear canal or something, I guess, or like some.
Have you ever had to tattoo a butthole?
Before we began today, I was asked, "Is there anything you're not comfortable talking about?" And I was like, "Nah, whatever." Yeah. The answer is yes. And it was, man, this.
What did you have an internal battle when that was like question was asked to you where you were like,
oh yeah,
I got to draw a line, but is this it?
Yeah. No. So this is very early in my career, and it was like this, like just weird old Japanese dude came in. And, right.
I sumimasen. My asshole.
I mean, oh my goodness. He brought
okay, this guy.
He brought this wrinkled piece of paper out of his pocket and uncrumpling it on the counter and like it pushes it forward, and it's like this drawing of like kind of like two legs on a butthole, and he's like drawn these like ants, and he's like, can you make it look like there's ants crawling out of my asshole?
Oh my God.
And I'm like, nah, man, like we really don't do that here.
Yeah.
And then like, this is back when like I had all these like very cruel senpai.
Yeah.
Right.
And remember how I said there was an atmosphere that you can't really like refuse things in the studio. And so they're like, like you can't just, the shop's reputation is saying you can't just tell this guy to leave. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm like, yeah, I'm trying to think quick here. I'm like, I'll price this guy out of the shop.
Yeah.
I'll just tell him it's like a bajillion dollars.
Yeah.
So I think, and remember, the yen was worth more back then.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But I think I told him, okay, this is going to be like Jumanen.
Yeah.
And after the cut the shop was taking at the time, I was making nothing. I was lucky if I went home with like a McDonald's wage at the end of the day.
Right.
Yeah,
like whatever that was at the time. But
yeah.
So I'm like, okay, man, like it's going to be like, Jumanen. It's going to be like a grand. And I'm thinking to myself, get out of this. And then the guy's like, oh, daijoubu, yeah. I was like,
but then you're going to get cut.
And he had this look on his face like, oh, that's more reasonable than I estimated.
You're like, shit, I could have done 2 bands.
I'm like, God damn. Oh, man. And so like, this guy is like, and I'm like, I don't even know, how am I going to get this guy to like sit? Because I don't want to like sit there and try to like.
Spread your butt.
Oh my God, dude. It was like so.
So wait, for context, how old was this guy? Like roughly?
So at the time.
Like how old are we talking?
Just to give you a sense of the proportions here, I think I was 25 or 26.
Yeah.
And he would have been 55 or 56. Enough.
Wow.
You know when men begin to smell as they age? That had started happening. So, and this isn't just the smell of the arsehole, by the way. This is like the kareishu. This is the old man smell mixed with some tobacco in his clothes just to bring it full circle.
God.
And so he's just like, oh, I'm like, all right, well, so I got this guy with his legs doubled up over his head. And I'm sitting there and like everyone's standing and all my senpai they're just howling.
That is not how I would have imagined the position to be. When he presents his butthole to you.
I tried to think, how do I get this? Because I'm not going to stretch the skin. I want to touch this thing as little as possible. Because you have to stretch the skin on the area to and then tattoo with the other hand, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to have him stretch it so I can only, and I'm wearing gloves.
Yeah.
But even so.
Yeah, right.
It feels like I'm wearing nothing at all.
Yeah.
So the day he came in, did you tattoo him the same day?
No, it was the same day. This all happened very fast.
So were you like, can you go to the toilet?
Clean yourself up.
Bidet up first,
I was the one who had to go in the toilet and look in the mirror like, what is going on?
He was clean, bro. He's ready.
Yeah.
I was having to get my game face on. Like, so anyway, I'm like also bargaining with myself. Like they're ants and the ants are this big. So it's like 3 dots and a couple little legs.
Yeah.
Like, and he wanted, I think like 3 or 4 ants. I'm like, I'll get this done maybe with my dignity sort of intact and it'll be 15 minutes and I'll have all this money and then I can like buy food and not die. And so I was like, okay, so I'm going to have him do this. And so he's on the bench and he gets this thing like ready to go. And I like an additional smell begins to emanate from the wet dungeon walls. This is like a nightmare scenario. Like TLDR.
I hope no one's eating while listening to this. Sorry.
Yeah, this was not the story I was expecting to tell today, but
No.
here we are. So no, I finished this thing and I got paid, and my senpai thought this was hilarious. They were all like, ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Like, well, you have to do things like this once in a while. I'm like, I do. and then eventually I would take an apprentice on.
Right.
But by then the cultural zeitgeist had shifted, and they're like, I'm not doing that. You're like, well, okay.
Yeah, right.
I guess I can't tell young people what to do. That's We were the last generation to have to do that. It's fine.
Jesus.
So yeah, but I remember after that, I'm like, even though I got paid, I was like, that was horrible.
Yeah.
Like, why did I do that? Why did I should have done anything but do that.
Yeah.
And so like, I remember like I went out to like, I'm going to buy the really nice sushi for myself.
Yeah.
I'm not going to eat onigiris I'm going to treat myself.
Yeah, right.
And while I'm trying to eat the sushi, all I could think about was like the footprint that was left in my olfactory senses from this assault of smells. And like, I got
so funny.
I got sick and could not finish my food and had to leave. It was like, if you've ever wondered, at some point in your life, you're going to have your highest point and you're going to have your lowest point. And you have to live for a while to be like, I wonder where my lowest point is. And I think like all things considered, my living situation, I think that was probably like pretty close.
Yeah.
I mean, I was still employed and I still got paid. So it still like was something.
Yeah, but there are also, I'm sure that made you question like, you know what?
Is it worth it?
There are some things that are just not worth it.
I mean, it did because it was like sort of like I wasn't doing like I was just doing stuff that walked in the door. So I wasn't like now I've got this client base now. I've got this like thing that I do. I've got these things that I'm trying to push. I'm feeling very like self-actualized as an artist on that
For sure,
that hierarchy of needs, and like I feel really good about where I am with my life right now. But like in that moment I was like,
You got to transfer it.
is this ever going to go into like anything? Like, is this like what I was born to do? This is like, this is fucking terrible. And also too, like, I felt like I couldn't say no. Like all those senpai were like, at the time too, like they were scary.
Yeah.
And also too, like, I kind of felt, I don't have this mindset anymore, but I definitely had that mindset at the time. Like I'm in Japan. This is their country. It's their rules. I need to play whatever they say like goes. And that's the Japanese way. Not really thinking that there are many different people in Japan with many different points of view. And just because something is cultural doesn't mean everybody.
With you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they totally were. And like, now I'm like, well, okay, they were fucking with me. So I mean,
right.
you can, of course, like I can laugh about it now, but I think in the moment, man, no.
Oh,
You're like
yeah.
traumatized. Yeah.
It's totally traumatized.
Also, what a weird fucking request as well.
I mean,
Like, why?
yeah, that guy came
Of
in.
all things to tattoo on your ass.
That guy came in like a week later and he was like, can you tattoo a gecko on my penis? And I was like, I'm booked out. I got something. The senpais weren't there. And I managed to like, I was like,
Oh, that's so funny.
so that was when the boundary was established. That was
Yeah.
the beginning of boundary
I
sex.
can't imagine having to like hold someone's cock to like draw on it.
Like, so I need you to get a little bit hard just so the skin is a little bit more taut.
My goodness. My good. Yeah, I mean, genitals, because they move so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard to get them taut.
Jeez. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Fuck
That's
that.
crazy, dude.
Yeah, I mean, I guess sometimes though, like, it is good to have crazy experiences like
Yeah,
that.
you need
because-
some experiences, I think, in life to make you appreciate being normal and living a normal life.
I mean, does everyone have to go through that? Maybe not. But
Maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe
maybe
not. But
You can be the guy watching you do it instead and be like, nah, I'm good.
yeah, I'm good. I don't have to try heroin. I'm fine.
Yeah. I'm okay.
I can learn through the example
I'm
of others.
okay.
Yeah. Actually, another question I wanted to ask you that I didn't get to ask in the documentary is, what do you think about tattooing eyeballs?
Ooh.
So
Because that's like kind of a newish thing that's happening, right?
it's a bit, well, it's actually this is my pedant thing coming out again. It's
Yeah.
actually this old like ancient Egyptian ritual that they did.
Oh, really?
And I think people call it colloquially. Yes, that.
Yeah.
They call it like eyeball tattooing, whereas to me it falls like more like body modding, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But well, I mean, whatever. That's just semantics. But yeah, I mean, they literally insert deposits of ink around the eyeball in the
Oh, I'm
white
gonna throw
part,
up. That sounds
and it
disgusting.
soaks in. And like, I mean,
Oh.
if you want to like look outstanding and like, yeah, like it'll be. You look at someone like that, you're like, whoa. Especially if they have like light colored eyes,
Yeah.
because it's such a. We're used to seeing human eyes like all the time. It's like
Yeah.
what humans react to most is other human eyes. And so when you see it, you're like, oh, so if that's
It's like
your
uncanny valley.
yeah,
almost.
if you want to have like that cool, like uncanny appeal, like I see why people do it.
Yeah.
However, my God,
That makes my stomach chill.
I
a
would
little bit
not-
hearing that.
Yeah.
you only have 2 eyes, man. Like
It's also incredibly dangerous, right? Like people have gone blind.
yeah, man, I would say so, especially if you're going to like whatever Zeke, the dude up the street with the rusty
Yeah.
screwdriver. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the ancient Egyptians did it too, but like
I'm sure
they also built pyramids. I mean, allegedly.
Yeah. Yeah. Allegedly.
Who even knows? I mean, yeah, I don't judge. If people want to do body mod and things like that, like if it makes you happy, go for it.
Yeah.
Like I would never do anything like that. It's outside the purview of what I do.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Before we start wrapping up, obviously you opened your store in Tokyo.
Oh, yes, I do.
What is the, like, why Tokyo? Why did you move from Osaka out to Tokyo?
So I could be closer to Joey.
Oh, thanks, Danny.
Um,
I know that's a lie, but
but it's part of a larger fabric, though. I mean, I had been in Osaka for like 2 decades, and that's a long time to be in any city, at least for me. And like, I did a lot of amazing things in the time I had there, but just increasingly, like the collaborations we were doing, the stuff we were doing with our clothing line, the stuff we were doing with, you know, like we did like that pop up at like Harajuku La Forêt, right? And like, it just increasingly working with anime companies and manga companies and like working with IP and doing licensed stuff. It's like all these, you know, you're like, yeah, let's have a meeting. Yeah, cool. Like, what's the closest station on the Yamanote line? I'd be like, Shinsaibashi. Like, so eventually it was just like, I've got to go up there. And I found myself going to Tokyo like once a month. And of course there's this famous rivalry between Osaka and Tokyo and like, oh, like one city is better than the other and blah, blah, blah. But like, I'm like, I don't know, man. Like I have a good time every time I'm in Tokyo.
Yeah.
I never have a bad time. And like, eventually it was just like, Osaka was very comfortable. I love that city. It's just like wrapping up in a warm blanket that like you wear on like a cold night. Like it feels good. The food is good. The people are funny. Like all the things people say about that town are true. Like that's why I love it. I live there, you know? And even for like someone like myself who's like, you know, I'm a foreigner and I'm an outsider and I'm doing a profession that's generally frowned upon and people still welcome me in that city. So I felt like not only Japan has been a good second home to me, but you know, Osaka especially. So it really like hurt to like, to be away from those people, but there's new challenges and things I still want to do. And like, you know, I joke about being old, but like, I'm not so old that I can't do a new challenge. For me, that's what opening Tokyo was about. We had other people that wanted to join our crew. Somebody, Laura Anunnaki from Mexico, we arranged her visa to come work with us full time.
Yeah.
And then my friend Mika, she had her own studio. She closed her studio down to join our studio. So
shit.
slowly but surely, bringing some more of the friends into the fold. And
hell yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
yeah, making a cool environment. We have a really good crew, really good people. And I'm really lucky to have them. I could not have done this Tokyo move by myself. Like it would have been impossible.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty daunting. If people wanted to get a tattoo, where should they reach out to you?
So the best place to hit us up is at our official website, which is invasion.club.
Invasion.club.
And there is a link in the navigation that takes you to our kind of tattoo yoyaku form. What do you say? Your
Reservation form?
Reservation form.
There
My
you go.
God. Reservation form. Yeah. And then, you know, you just put in your input and like who you're looking to book with. And we all have different booking schedules. We particularly close our books and open them again. But yeah, that's where people can find us. Our merch is also there on the site. Yeah. If anyone wants to check it out. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Would love that.
And that new Tokyo studio you have too is so fucking sick.
I want to see it.
Thank you, man. That
It's
took
sick as fuck.
2 years to find that location.
Yeah.
And get someone to rent to me. Like just one more little quick story here. The realtor, I was on my 8th realtor. And I remember the guy.
Oh yeah, tattoo studio. That'd be like, no.
And my friend introduced me to this guy's young. He's like 26.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, can this guy really, this seems like an old man's game. Can he really find us a cool pad? And like, boom, boom, boom. He's not emailing us. He's using like Line like a normal person, right? He's sending us all these and like he hooks it up. And I'm like, how did you hook it up so fast? He's like, well, I work with clients who have like weird jobs such as tattooers. I'm like, what other clients do you work with all the time? He's like, oh, YouTubers.
Notoriously very fucking difficult to get any kind of people to rent to us or, you know, trust us. They just think we're prize. And to be fair, some of the good amount of us
they're not entirely wrong.
That blows my mind though. Like I didn't realize that it was like almost like a stigma to get a property if you're like a YouTuber.
I mean, in Japan, it's like just being self-employed in any kind is already just like a red flag.
Like, what's wrong with you?
Yeah. Let alone
Why
it's
couldn't you
like,
get
wait,
hired?
so you're self-employed and you make money on the internet doing what exactly?
God.
Yeah,
You know?
and they don't really like the inconsistency of it.
Yeah, I agree.
It's like, okay, you're making $1 million now, but you could fall off tomorrow. You know?
Yeah.
So it's like, how am I going to trust you that you'll be here for the next 5 years to pay off your whatever, right?
Oh, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, we finally got it linked up. We found a nice place. And we're happy to be open now. We've kind of had a soft launch, but this week it's the official open at the time of recording. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's so sick, man.
Well, thanks for having me today, guys.
I know nothing about tattoos. I think Grant as well.
Yeah,
so it was really fun
such
to
an interesting
learn more about it.
Yeah, wealth of like just stories and just learning something new. Honestly, thank you so
What a
much
cool
for coming
fucking
on.
journey.
No, thanks, guys. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And if you want to, again, like if you're in Japan and you want to get a tattoo while you're here, this is the man to hit up. So go and do that. Links in the description.